Right, what is up guys, Mr. Calamari here, back with another Formula 1 career mode episode. I'm sorry it has been so long since my last episode, which we ended up finishing around 6th or 7th in the Austrian Grand Prix when we lost out to Pascal Wehrlein. We pretty much gave him that position, but now we are at my home Grand Prix. That is the British Grand Prix in Silverstone. So obviously this episode it will be the practice and qualifying session, and obviously the next video will be the British Grand Prix itself.
Well, the old circuit was a lot of fun, of course, but I do like the current layout. The reprofiled Abbey is faster than it used to be, and I always felt it was missing a sort of slow technical section. And now
So can we manage to get a decent result in this Grand Prix? Our home Grand Prix, that is. It's not just any Grand Prix, it is our home Grand Prix. So now we are sat in the garage as we're going to be prepared to do our tests in practice to prepare to be able to get some more resource points, to be able to upgrade more on our car, which I feel, despite a few podiums, well, despite like that race win we had in first podium, which we had in Canada, and obviously we had a few 5th and 6th fights to be able to so yeah, hopefully we can upgrade our car to be able to get more decent results on what we never seen a Manor car do. So we're on the track acclimatization, which you just basically just drive through the gates. As we're getting a few purples, we did get a green at the start, which isn't too bad. It's going really good. So, and we got purple in the DRS too, so that's very good. Coming towards the next few corners now. Going towards the long straight now, as we're getting close to Beckett's. And never seen Manor in this speed. It started to pick up since I've got the new upgrade and that. It shows us to get decent performances. We just got a green in 11. As we're going up the long straight now, as we will be completing our first lap of our track acclimatization. Going towards the last few corners now. Will we be able to go quicker than Daniel Ricciardo, who set an earlier time and he was on the medium set? We're on the hard set, but no, we don't go any quicker. As we go now for attempt number 2. Forwarding now towards lap 3, and we failed in 15. As we know in P3 is Danny Kvyat has just gone quicker than us. So we need to pick up the pace a bit to be able to go quicker than Toro Rosso, because otherwise if we don't go quicker than Danny Kvyat, then we will be in the very low in the grid in practice. So we don't really want that. Will we be able to do the qualifying program? Should we do that in this session, or do we save it for the next one? Let's check the times. So Magnussen goes forward the time of it. Alonso's and Perez have gone quicker than us. So has Massa. So there's Butters. So yeah, I think it's time for Yeah, let's just do qualified pace. I can't be asked with the tyre management. It's as we see Ericsson and Raikkonen going quicker than us, so we're now down to P12. So hopefully we could pick up the pace in qualifying, but like the qualifying pace program. So here we go, we start the first of our 3 laps. Can we go any quicker? Also, what I might be planning to do is when I do all of the races like up to Brazil, and once I get all of those uploaded, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix I might make that a live broadcast. If you want that to be a live broadcast, then leave it in the comments down below, and whether you think I'll make it to like a little poll, just basically on your comments. So, would you want me to do a live broadcast on the final race of the season, yes or no? It is down to you guys. So anyway, focusing on our qualifying program. We're still remaining green in the Delta. Hopefully we could just keep it there for the rest of the lap. As we go in sector 2, which we managed to do keep in the green in Delta. So can we keep that for the last few quarters, not mess up, and go all the way? Come on, let's get a decent lap, because I want to be higher than 12th, especially in my home Grand Prix. And we get 7th. That's not too bad. But maybe I do feel we could go a bit quicker. So here we go. We enter lap 2. Right. Let's have a quick look behind, because there's someone behind us. Didn't really see. Come on, let's see if we can do. Come on. Okay, remaining green in the Delta. This is good. Can we keep there for the remainder of the lap, just like what we did last time? Oh, I hate these quarters. Not saying it's bad or anything, but it's just annoying to go left and right, especially speeding through there. Right, into the last few corners now. We're still green in Delta, so we could go higher than 7th maybe. It depends on how we go now in the last 2 corners of this track. Going into the right. We're 3 tenths up, so this is good. And then that's 2 tenths. Where do we go? We stay in 7th. So we're in between the 2 South Americans, the Brazilian Felipe Massa and the Mexican of Sergio Perez. As we're now into the final lap of our qualifying program. We're still up at the green and Delta. This is really good. So here we go, but now we've got down to the red. Oh, now we're back up to the green and Delta. So this could be an interesting final lap of the session. So can we keep this going? Come on. Let's keep it the greens. We are going a bit quick, but where will that put us? Coming towards the last few corners now. We're half a second up. This is really good. How can we cope now in the last 2 corners? We're dropping a bit of time, but hopefully we can keep it in the green and the down to go in through towards the final corner now. What will we get from this? And we still stay in P7. Okay. That. Right, so we just park up. There we go, and now we're back into the garage. We've completed the qualifying pace, which is perfect. The track acclimatization, which was perfect. So let's just advance to qualifying.
Practice session there then. Let's remind ourselves of the top 3, who are Hamilton, Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on.
I mean, he didn't even get the top. We didn't stay 7th. Right. So we got decent resource points, which is good. Hey. Oh, we got a rival.
Looks like you've got a bit of rivalry going on out there. This is good. Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay?
So who's my rival? They've given me Felipe Massa as my new rival.
Hi, it's Emma. Your qualifying goals came up in the board meeting this morning. Here's what to expect.
Right. So now a new rival is Felipe Massa. So hopefully we could beat him. Do better than him in this we're into qualifying.
Welcome to this afternoon's qualifying session here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Watching some of the cars attack the high-speed corners, it occurred to me that this might be one of the more awkward tracks to prepare a car for. Do you go for top speed over grip, or do you look to maximise performance in all the corners?
It's easy.
Let's just skip. Anthony Davis, David Croft's little intro thing. Let's just get on with qualifying. See how we get on. I just want to qualify ahead of Felipe Massa. Can we do that? I don't know. Let's just keep. So now we are going to enter our first flying lap of the session. Can we do that? I don't know. Here we go. The lap is now underway. Really speeding down through the corners. Decent pace. We got a car up ahead of us. Hopefully he's on a flying lap as well. Just because I've got. Hopefully he won't slow down and affect our lap. We don't want that. We don't want anyone to affect our lap. Bottas just goes quickest, well obviously because he's posted the first lap of the session. Oh god, we gone wide. What the bloody hell happened there? Seems like our back end gave way into that curb. Hopefully that did nothing in. No, that's good. We're just a bit slower than Valtteri Bottas. And also, like, obviously this week we've been hearing that Nico Hülkenberg has signed for Renault to drive in 2017. And that is, like, I think that's been a really interesting decision made there. Hülkenberg going to Renault, I never saw, like, I never knew that was going to happen. So that now opens the door about the futures of Jolyon Palmer and Kevin Magnussen. Because one of those drivers, or even both of them, won't be at Renault next season. There's potential replacements for Renault, Force India, Manor, even Haas. I mean, Romain Grosjean has confirmed his seat for the American team for next season, but there's uncertainty about Esteban Gutierrez. Rumour has it that Kevin Magnussen is potentially a lineup for 3 teams. Magnussen is interested in Force India, Haas, and even Manor. Even Manor would want Kevin Magnussen. I'm not too sure on that. We have to wait till what happens later on in the year when the lineup's confirmed. But Pascal Wehrlein has interested Force India and Renault, so he won't. Same for Esteban Ocon, even though he's only raced about 3 or 4 races for Manor. He hasn't scored any points. But fair play to them. Their first season in Manor, and they're only interested in bigger teams. So there's possibility of Rio Haryanto returning to Formula 1 and returning to Manor after he was dropped halfway through the season because of his disappointing performances compared to his teammate Pascal Wehrlein. But anyway, now focusing on the qualifying, we're stuck in P4. Still haven't seen a lap from Felipe Massa as Rosberg, Sainz, Bottas, me and Kvyat are in the top 5. And I'm still waiting to see how others will be getting on. I'm not sure whether they've posted their laps yet. I definitely don't like the likes of Hamilton and the Red Bulls and the Ferraris haven't posted lap time yet because they would be up in the top 5. Stop moaning about corner cutting! Jesus Christ. Wasn't even a big corner that I cut. Let's see what I can do with this lap. If I go any quicker, I'll leave it there, see where we go. If it's any, well, wherever I get this lap, we'll see where I end up, and we'll end the episode there. And obviously the next episode of this will be the British Grand Prix itself, which I will try and get up tomorrow. I'm not too sure. It depends on how good my connection would be, because at the moment it's really useless. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been uploading recently. Here we go in towards the final few corners now. What are we going to get? We're red in the Delta, so we ain't going to go any quicker. Dreadful. 4 tenths down. And we're now down to P5 because Massa has now gone P4. Actually, you know what? Let's see what we can do this lap. If you go... we've got red in the Delta. God's sake. I think I'll probably just leave it at that. because it's I think I'm gonna get green at Delta. I'll keep losing time. I'm starting to pick up time. Maybe like if I go through Beckett's, then we'll see how we get on. Who's that in front of that? Is that Palmer? Looks like Palmer. Now we've faster. We're not picking up any time through there, so we're just gonna leave it at that. So maybe, well, obviously we're gonna be lower than P5 because there's still other drivers to post their times. So we're into the pits. As Massa need to go right up our arse. And let's advance to the race. Where will we be starting for the Grand Prix? We'll be starting in 11th for our home Grand Prix here in Silverstone, which will be in the next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Practice and Qualifying. So stay tuned for the British Grand Prix in the next video.
Time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.